Hey everyone, it's Derek with Nerd or Die, and I'm excited to debut the first item in our Jackpot alert package, which is now available in the Nerd or Die store. Now, what you're looking at is a slot machine themed alert from Muxy that allows you to add your own icons, emotes, or pictures quickly and easily. It also lets you include default icons or custom sound effects that can be used or replaced if you'd like. In this video, I'll walk you through the steps of setting it all up, and I'll show you how to add in your own images and how to change some options like the win chance and more. Let's get right into it. So to start off, this alert is a paid product, but if you're someone that's looking and waiting for our next free resource, I promise you that it's going to be releasing pretty soon, so make sure to check back for that. For those of you that are interested in this alert, it's one that we put a lot of work into, and it's something we think is pretty awesome. We even made a small app that generates a sprite sheet, which will allow you to use whatever images or icons you'd like to in the slot machine. I'll get more into how to use this later in the video. Now, the package also includes a rainbow slot reel effect, which is intended for use for large tips or resubs, but you can use it however you like. And I want to quickly mention that we have more alert games coming soon as well, but let us know in the comments below if there's anything you'd like to see. We designed this to be used as a fun game to play with your viewers and your channel supporters, and it's up to the broadcaster to decide what the winners will receive if they hit the jackpot. And I do want to stress that you should not offer any rewards with monetary value. Some ideas for winners would be things like awarding channel currency, setting up a gaming session with one of the winners, or sending them a personalized message. Of course, giving rewards is not necessary as well. You could just use this just for fun. It's really up to you on how to use it, so decide what works for your channel and go with that. To get started, you'll first need to go to nerdordie.com, and in our shop, you'll just go through the checkout process and download everything you need for this alert package. Once you've checked out, you'll be able to download the files directly on the webpage or in an email that you'll receive. Download the README file and the zip file included, and if you'd like, you can follow along with the README file as it does explain all the steps I'm going to go through in this video. Extract everything in the folder that's in the zip file somewhere on your computer. You can do this with a program like 7-Zip or WinRAR. Before we start, let's make sure we're logged into Muxy.io. To install your alerts, you simply need to open up the Muxy link file that's titled Muxy Jackpot Slot Machine Alerts by Nerd or Die, and then just double click that. And from here, you should see a quick preview of the slot machine. Then all you need to do is click copy and start editing. This will create an alert package in Muxy on your account automatically. Next, let's remove the alerts that we don't want to use in this package. Let's say you don't want to use the host alert as a slot machine, so let's click the host alert tab and then find the delete alert button. To be honest, we originally intended this to be used as a tip or a cheer alert, but I wanted to make sure you had all the options you needed with this package. Now let's add these alerts into OBS Studio. With OBS open already, under the alert package URL, we'll see a button I can click to copy this URL. I can also click the eye icon to show my alert package URL and copy it here. Inside of OBS, I'm going to add a browser source, then paste in the alert package URL and set my width to 1920 and height to 1080. If the size is too big for your OBS Studio settings, you can click and drag the bounding box to scale it down as needed. And don't forget that you can also crop things by using Alt and dragging in if there's too much space that is unused. Now let's see if things are working. In Muxy, I'll use the test alert to send a $2 tip. If things were done right, you should see an alert come through in OBS Studio and the slot machine will start spinning. This means everything is working correctly. Now, before I move on, if you ever need to go back to editing the alert packages in Muxy, you can click the alert button here on the left and then use the wrench for which alert package you'd like to edit. Let's now talk about how easy it is to add in your own emotes, icons, or images in the slot machine. All that you need to do is open up the file Sprite Sheet Maker for Jackpot Slots, and then open this in your browser by double clicking it. This will launch our Sprite Sheet app on Nerd or Die, And from here, you can follow the on-screen instructions, but it's really as easy as this. First, decide what icons or images you want to use and have them saved somewhere on your computer. Then you can click the Upload Files button and select the images individually, or simply drag and drop all the images you'd like to use into this drop area. And you'll need at least 3 icons for the slot machine to work properly, but you can add as many as you like after that. I personally find about 9 icons or images to be the best number to go with. Once that's all done, you'll see a preview here of your sprite sheet on the right, and from here, just hit download to download this new sprite sheet. Next, we go back into our Muxy alerts, and then go to the media tab for the alerts that we want to change these icons for. We'll see an image of our default icons that is included with the package, and when we hover over that, we'll click the pencil icon to edit which image to use. Click the upload button and then find our newly downloaded sprite sheet. Once it's all selected, it will be added into your alert, and you just need to hit Save Changes. To quickly test if the new icons are working, click the Open Preview button to get a quick test of your new alert. Now you just need to choose what other alerts you'd like to change out the icons for and repeat this process. I should note though that you don't have to upload the image multiple times. It will be saved in your new uploads or your Muxy uploads. And you can use the same sprite sheet for all of your different slot machines, or you can use a different one for each one. Let's get into how to change the options for the alerts. There's actually 2 sections of options. First, there's the built-in Muxy rules. Let's go ahead and click the Big Tip Slot Machine with Rainbow Effect alert, and then go to its General tab. We'll see the display condition towards the bottom. This section lets us set rules for when each type of alert is appearing. So right now, the Rainbow Effect alert will play when a tip is at least $10. We could easily change this to 20 by changing the amount to $20. Let me quickly hit the preview button to show you what the Rainbow Effect alert looks like. And also, I do want to mention quickly that sometimes the alert preview window with Muxy does not follow our rules, which means the donation amount or tip amount displayed might be under $20. However, if you use the test function inside of OBS to send a tip of a certain amount, it will work properly. Anyways, you can edit the rules for each alert in Muxy. For example, if you want the Rainbow Effect alert to play for resubs at 3 months instead of 6, you can just change it the same way I just showed you. Also, if you need to duplicate an alert, such as the Rainbow Effect ones, and apply your own custom rules, you can do so by clicking the duplicate button. Once you've duplicated it, you can then apply the own rules for each one that you need. Now let's move on to the next set of options that each alert allows you to change. And this part is completely optional, and you may skip it if you like, of course. And let's go ahead and click the HTML tab to get to this area. Now, this might seem a little intimidating at first if you've never used HTML before, but I promise it's quite easy if you just follow along. All the alerts have options located inside the top of their code. And if you look here, you'll see win chance, match to chance, use default sounds, and vertical spacing. After each, you'll see a number or the word yes, which is in quotes. And then let's say that you only want to change the win chance from 1%, which is the default, to 25%. To do so, I'll just simply change only the 1 to a 25. Make sure that you do not edit anything else other than the numbers or the word yes when changing these options. If you accidentally delete a comma after the 1, it will cause the alert to not work properly. If somehow you do end up breaking the alert, you can always re-click the original link and re-copy the alerts back into Muxy. Anyways, you can also just change things like the match to chance, which means the chance of matching 2 icons in a row, but not a third. And you can do that by changing the number. The use default sounds options needs to be yes or no, and that's in all lowercase. If it's set to yes, it will properly play the default sound effects that we've included with the package. If you'd like to use and change out your own sound, then set this to no, and then go into the media tab and upload the audio that you'd like to use. In this tab, you can also enable text-to-speech as well. Finally, the last option is vertical spacing, and this is the amount of pixels vertically separating each icon. I have the default set at 20, but feel free to increase or decrease as needed. Lastly, the zip file also contained the code and image needed to make the alert work. If you ever need to build this alert from scratch in Muxy or repair an error, you can either do the copy and start editing method again, as I mentioned, or you just need to make sure that you've enabled the advanced tab in any alert, set the alert time to 16 seconds, and copy and paste the respective HTML and CSS into each tab. You'll also need to make sure that you set the image in the media tab as well. The easiest way to copy and paste HTML or CSS is to open it in a program like Notepad and then just copy everything from that file and paste the HTML or CSS into their respective tabs inside of Muxy. With that, you now know everything that you need to know to customize this alert package. As I mentioned, myself and TechHop worked extremely hard on this item, and we're already looking into patching some updates. So make sure to follow me on Twitter from the link below to stay up to date on any improvements. Please let me know in the comments if you have any questions or suggestions about this alert package. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and enable notifications for our channel. We have some really cool free items coming out soon, as I mentioned, that you don't want to miss. Thanks for watching.